NMD PRA boss Farouq Ahmed resigns after meeting Tinubu. Farouq Ahmed, the Chief Executive Officer (CEO) of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMD) PRA, has resigned. This comes after Ahmed had a meeting with President Bola Tinubu. The Cable reports. What meeting did they have? And why is he resigning? Earlier, Aliko Dangote, chairman of Dangote Group, accused Ahmed of being involved in multi-million-dollar corruption. The one that he went to post his picture on the nation's newspaper and was like, this person, this is what you did. So he has resigned. Wow. That's good. Just True says, attention Nigerians, one down, many more to follow. But the problem here, the type of person that will replace him, or are we just creating jobs for another gang of looters? Because most of our people have corruption in their DNA, I'm telling you. So nothing would change. James Wasoria said that is how things are do in a well-organized and law-abiding nation. When a public office holder's integrity becomes questionable, yes, you just resign. And that's the kind of thing that, what's it called? Probably should have done that time when he was having issues with Natasha. Once there's a stain on your reputation like this, just step down. Just resign. When a public office holder's integrity becomes questionable or accused of misbehaving, all he needs to do is to resign. For scrutiny, yes, let them investigate you. If they find out that you are not guilty, you take back your position. That's how it's supposed to be. Atute Papa says he should be prosecuted. Of course, he should be prosecuted. Machuko says, thank God for Aliko Dangote. He has shown true patriotism. May God continue to increase him. And also, God give us more people like him. Blessed Fejeri says, it's really painful that we have idiots in power. A lot of them, plenty. Njoko says, Hausa Fulani Muslims will not allow oil industry in southern Nigeria to rest. Buhari planted them and their duty is to steal. Many of them are still there. They have no single oil in their region. The gold they get, they are chopping alone and causing insecurity over there. What the people? What the people indeed. At Basi says, yes, it's here now. Mactadio says, I dove my cap for this man. It's the honorable thing to do. He's shown maturity, an example to others who would let heaven fall. They will sit tight and shamefully fight back. E.g. He did not put E.g. Hey, it is here. As Michael Lucy says, he's replying, he says, don't off your heart yet though. The guy is exposed and he has nowhere to run to. You think if Buhari were still there, or a Fulani man for that matter, he will give a hoot name. Well, thank God it's not Buhari that is there. Abi, thank God it's not Buhari that is there now. As Suleiman says, there are many of them that doesn't want Nigeria to be good, especially through Dangote. Adeyemi says, corruption everywhere. Who will investigate who? I don't even know. It is well. Abdulrahman says, way to go for now. Adewale Ogunbe says, hope he refunds the money before he resigned. Junior brother of Alice. Madueke. Abaka says, go and investigate like what Dangote did to Ahmed Farouq. Jeffrey says, he should first return the money he has stolen from Nigeria. From Nigeria's sports before resigning. Criminals everywhere, as in we have a lot of criminals in our system. Ibede Sunday says, if it were in China and the man will be executed, there is no amount of probe that can recover 10% yes of the stolen money from him. Now he will be surrounded by imams reciting Qurans for his safety. No be smart thing. Everyone says, civil servants spend 7 million USD for school fees for his children. Under Tinubu government, just imagine. How much is the salary? How much is he collecting? If your colleague says he should be prosecuted accordingly, this will serve as a deterrent to corrupt elements in government offices. Leave corruption alone and do the right thing. They will not listen. They won't. They won't. Ishaq Aliyu says, that's good for him and better for our economy, especially the oil sector. Thank God. As CGG says, 95% of Nigeria elites has reputation for stealing public funds. Of course, a lot of them. They stink like toilets. If I have my way, I will skin them alive publicly with no mercy in my heart at all. So, as Onibuke says, resignation would not suffice. He should face criminal charges, yes. The government should also go after other looters. As Rashid says, Mr. President is taking decisions that would impact positivity on our lives on the long run. For the man to have resigned, it means Mr. President has confronted him with facts, which is undeniable. So as a public servant, he has no other option than to leave AFCC. EFCC will take over from there. God will continue to expose its likes who dominates public offices. Of course, as this was, if you can't take Aliko Dangote, let us hear what yes, we thank God, we thank Aliko Dangote as well, because Aliko actually did the work. This in a sense says that should have nothing to do with his investigation and possibly prosecution, of course. Of course, it should be investigated by the EFCC. NS Suba says it's like Dangote wants to help rebuild Nigeria. A very good step from him. I watched the melting broadcast from him, though I don't know if it was AI, but his words were so melting to the heart about MNK and the Igbos. Guest 0377 says Mr. Farouq Ahmed resignation is necessary amidst the current ongoing saga. The only thing left for him is to declare his name for future appointment. Exactly. So declare your name if it is declarable. Now, Mystic Legend says this is the best way to go. The looting in this country is alarming, as in, if they pack all these our politicians outside, the amount of money they've siphoned, this can build this country and build another country. Ahmed Mabai says, but what is stopping the Minister of State for Defense, Matawale, to resign to, if I thought Tinubu is really serious? Asoluwasegun says, very corrupt man. EFCC, action please. We are calling on EFCC. Follow Driver says, Farouq Ahmed should be tried in court of law. If found guilty, the law should take his place. Yeri Soyibo says, even Satan himself is ashamed and afraid of Nigerian most sincere and angelic public office holder. Resignation is not enough for he should be investigated thoroughly, but I know that can never happen, except the cabals are not with him. Looting of our commonwealth necessity in Nigeria. Abubakar says, the evil that men do lives after them, sooner or later. Just like former CBN Governor Emefiele, Farouq Ahmed should be prosecuted too. Of course, I'm sure he will be prosecuted. Adeni says, revolution on board. Tinubu, no nonsense. Oscar says, I just hope it doesn't end with mere resignation. The matter ought to be legally prosecuted and followed up to a logical conclusion. Lisa says it should be prosecuted and jailed though. Ojon Gamba says it means the allegations from Dangote is true, obviously. Oladapo says, yeah, he has done what was needed for him. Let Matawale follow the suit before being disgraced out of office. Abdullah says in Nigeria, who and who is not stealing public funds? As in there, I don't think there is anybody that is not stealing. That are politicians though. They are really stealing a lot. My listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.